What's up everyone, Danny Lightning back with another video. Today we are checking out the PXN V99 simulation grade racing wheel. This appears to be compatible with your PC, your Xbox One, your Xbox S Series, X and S, and a PS4. Let's check out what you get in the box. First up in the box, we have this set of really nice pedals. These seem to be really high quality. There's a nice blue color on the front and the back. If you turn this on to the bottom, you're going to see some mounting hardware, and these are just really nice, really high quality pedals. In my opinion, they feel very well built. It looks like some of the parts are replaceable. You can take them apart with Allen wrenches. This is a great set of pedals. Next up, we have this really nice steering wheel. There's more buttons than you would ever know what to do with on the front. It's got 4 paddle shifters on the back. This thing probably weighs about 3 pounds by itself. It's very heavy duty. It's got a nice rubber coating. Very comfortable, very nice, high quality steering wheel. I like this thing a lot. Check that thing out. That is just beautiful. The next thing we're going to get is a gear shifter. It's overall pretty nice. It doesn't feel like the highest quality shifter in the world. Honestly, I think you're probably better off playing with the paddle shifter over this. It has a nice way to clamp it onto the desk. But, you know, if you really just want to shift gears like a regular car, sure, go with this. It's a lot of fun. It's got a parking brake. It's got a high and low gear button, but I do prefer the paddle shifters over this shifter set right here. But hey, it's a really cool addition. It's definitely something a lot of people are going to like, and it's actually pretty nice. The next thing we have in the box is the motor. This seems to be very nice quality. It weighs several pounds. There's some connections for the shifter and the pedals on the back. And I'm going to tell you what, you can actually tilt this up and down so you can move the wheel. It has a really nice tilt feature. It feels very well built. I think there's 2 motors inside of there and a couple of gears and everything else that gives you the haptic feedback. And there is an app to control that. It comes with these clamps right here to clamp that motor to the desk. Due to the fact that I decided I would like to be able to move this from room to room, I found an old laptop cart and I'm mounting on this. I am going to find a way to mount the pedals to that, but this is a really great way to move it from room to room. Let's just say if you have your computer in one room and you have your PlayStation in another room, this will make it portable, which is really cool. After I got this thing all set up, I got a little bit of use out of it. I must say this is a really fun wheel. This really blows away your basic racing wheel. I've had some of those $80 and $100 racing wheel kits in the past, and they are junk compared to this thing. This is very, very, very nice and very good. Unfortunately, I've only got this little 4-foot by 5-foot space to work with in here, and the cameras are set up in a way that I can't really get great footage of, you know, racing and playing at the same time, but I can give you my thoughts and let you know exactly what I like or dislike about this thing. So let's do a little review. Now, the first thing you have to remember, this is a starter wheel. This is basically the cheapest wheel you're going to find to get into a real sim racing set. You can get cheaper wheels, but they're of a very different grade and different quality. Now, there are a couple of things I don't like about this, so we're going to get that out of the way. I wish that the cable or the wire that it came with to hook the pedals up to the main unit was a little bit longer, and I do wish that the gear shifter was a little bit higher quality. Now, the gear shifter works 100% fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just feels a little bit cheap, and it's not as nice of a quality as the rest of the components that come with this, but it does work just fine, and it's really not a problem. A lot of people are going to really enjoy having that, especially if you're playing like an off-roading game or something like that. Having the addition of a parking brake button and a high and low gear button on that shifter is actually pretty cool. I would highly suggest downloading the app for your Android or your iPhone. That way you can control the haptic feedback or the force feedback or whatever you want to call it. That just makes the wheels experience so much nicer when you can dial it in and get it the way you want. Out of the box, it felt okay, but after making some changes, that feedback started to feel extremely good and pretty realistic. I mean, it got to the point where you could really tell where you were or what you were doing on the racetrack with that wheel. Now, to me, using the pedals felt very realistic. This is my very first sim quality wheel, so I'm only used to using some of those lower end wheels. I don't know how a really high-end sim racing wheel feels. This company does make some higher end wheels that can be very, very expensive. This is basically their budget starter kit, and as my first sim racing wheel, I think it's amazing. For a little over $200, you cannot beat this thing. You really can't beat it. It is a great simulation wheel. It is a great starter wheel. I mean, anybody who wants to get into sim racing, I really don't think you can go wrong buying this kit. It's just really good. It's really nice. You can mount this on your desk and use it at your computer desk, or you can actually put this on like an actual sim racing seat if you have one, so it can be used either way, which is really nice. I can't really find too much to complain about whatsoever. One thing I will say though, if you're setting the pedals directly on the floor, you might want to find like a nice little rubber pad or something to set down. That way the pedals don't slide. If you're on a hardwood floor or like a tile floor, I've tried this out on a couple of different surfaces, and on some surfaces the pedals do kind of want to slide back, so you might want to find like a nice little thin rubber mat or something to set the pedals on if you're not actually mounting it. Again, not a big deal. Every single racing kit I've ever had that came with pedals, it's been the same thing. I've always had to put a little rubber pad or a little rubber mat or something under there just to keep it from sliding on like a tile floor or something like that. So it just depends on what kind of surface you're using it on, but it does come with hardware to mount it. That way it'll never slide at all. But that's just something to think about if buying a racing wheel kit. And that actually goes for any racing wheel kit that you buy. That's always been a problem with all of them, but it's an easy fix for a couple of bucks to get a little rubber mat or one of those rug pads or something to set underneath it. It just easy fix, no big deal. So my final thoughts, we're going to go ahead and give this a score from 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. I would say for what you're getting in this kit, all the function, the features, the way it works, the overall feel, the build quality, I would give this about a 9.2 out of 10. I think it's a very, very, very nice kit that pretty much anybody's going to be happy with for a little over $200. Now, my rating on this wheel does go by the overall cost, the value for the money and all that stuff. I mean, if this was a $600 wheel or a $1,200 wheel, I might rate it a little bit differently, but for a little over 200 bucks, it gets a very, very good rating for what you're getting for the price. So bottom line is, this is an amazing wheel set. I cannot compare this to a really high-end sim racing wheel, but it does blow the older, cheaper wheels out of the water. This thing is just really, really nice. Just so you know, PXN did send me this wheel for free. They wanted my honest opinion and feedback on it, and they told me, hey, if you do decide to review this, send us a link to review. If not, that's okay too. So what I told them, if I don't really like it, I'll just do an unboxing video. If I do like it, I'll do a full review. So hey, we got a full review, meaning I like it. It's a good product. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out the video's description or the pinned comment. You'll find a link to this and a bunch of other stuff down there. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. Thanks for watching my video.
Thanks for watching my video. I hate to say, but it's time to go. Maybe you can watch another one. That might be really fun. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for